There we go. All right, should be on. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back, guys. We're back on here. Let me just pin this here. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Where are we? All right, we are on. Miss you. Missed you guys. Missed you. We're back on. We're back on, everyone. Welcome back. Good birthday. Yeah, it's good. Thank you, Phillips. Good man. Snowboarding for my birthday, which is pretty fun. But good to be back on with you guys. I missed jumping on with you guys, so good to be back on. I'm late. Yeah, I didn't realize the clocks have changed in the US. They haven't changed here in Europe, so I'll speak to the guys today and see what we want to do with that. If we jump on early, that's fine. But if we stick to normal London Open, that's also good. So yeah, we'll see what we get. See what we get, because right now, even in London time, it's only 7:30 London time. So London Open's in 30 minutes, which is normal. Happy birthday, thank you guys, thank you guys. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, I seen that Discord, Sean. Why is yours like that, man? That's so weird. Welcome back, thank you, man, thank you. Yeah, that's really random. Mine's not like that, Sean. That's really weird. Very, very weird. Yeah, weird. Happened. Yeah, strange. Strange. But yeah, welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. If any of you guys are new here, welcome. My name is Aaron, also known as Aaron Trades. Been trading for the past 8 years, mainly focused on gold futures here in the European session. A lot of you guys were asking, where have I gone? What happened to the Topstep streams? We are back, guys. I just took a week off to enjoy my birthday in Finland, but we are absolutely back. Appreciate all the birthday messages as well, guys. Turning 31's pretty crazy. But turning 31 in Finland isn't so bad, so we're back on. Looked like a great trip. Yeah, it was beautiful, man. Absolutely beautiful. Nice being in the snow. Haven't been on a snow holiday in quite a long time, but yeah, man, I love going on skiing holidays. So much fun. How's Santa? I didn't get to see Santa, unfortunately. I know he's still real, but I didn't get to see him, unfortunately. I know he's still out there. In terms of news, what do we have today, guys? We've got a lot to catch up on. Today is Monday, the 16th of March. Nothing really on the calendar today. Tomorrow, we have some RBA rate statements. Wednesday, we have core PPI. And, oh, big day Wednesday. FOMC, federal rates on Wednesday. FOMC statements, FOMC press conference. Wednesday is going to be a massive day in the markets, guys. Massive day. You also got New Zealand dollar GDP. And then Thursday, what do we have Thursday? Loads of pound news. We have some unemployment claims. And then nothing really on Friday. So Wednesday is going to be a very big day in the markets, guys. FOMC on Wednesday. You can expect Monday and Tuesday. Maybe we create some ranges leading up for that big news on Wednesday. Now, it doesn't mean we can't trade. It just means we need to be cautious of that news coming up for the week. Before we jump in here, guys, gold's a little bit range here. It's gonna need some time. How was obviously we didn't get to catch up last week. So how was everyone's week last week? How did you guys find the markets last week? Did you guys make money, lose money? How was everyone's week last week? Personally, I still traded last week. I traded Monday and Friday, and had pretty good days. 2 pretty good days. Any guys trade last week? Lost money hard week. Yep, we got you guys on Zoom, the mentorship trade review. I'll probably do that today as well. Up 773. Nice. Good week. Managed a couple of losses. Well, capitalized on a couple of good setups. Nice. Yeah, there was a few good setups. Break even, yep. Break even's good, man. Break even's good. Was up $1,000. Nice. I only traded Monday and Friday. Didn't really watch the charts here. Didn't really see that much. There was some nice trades in here, but yeah, I wasn't really interested in spending much time on the charts. But yeah, I did just trade Monday, trade Friday out. That was it. Oh, nice. Nice bet. Nice. Was minus 600 a week. Then took a $500 short on Friday. Nice. Great earnings. Nice. Oh, nice, David. Nice. Good Good. All right, let's have a look here, guys. Let's see what we got for the day. Let me get my charts back to how we like them. Let's get silver up here. Silver had some great setups last week as well. I keep forgetting to trade silver when I'm not on with you guys, but silver had some very, very, very nice setups last week. Let's get rid of all these. Get rid of all these levels here. Let's clean this up. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of all of this noise, and let's do some fresh analysis here. See what we got for the week ahead. So, have a quick look at last week's candle closure, because there was some nice shorts today in Asia, but I think it happened very quick. The nice shorts in Asia today would have been shorting down into March lows, but to be honest, I think you may have just opened and filled it pretty quick. 180 ticks, not bad. So let's also bring this up to our next key level here. It's also going to be 5,000. Look at this. We've got 5,000. Sorry. What do you got? 5,000. 4,900 there as well. Oh, we're at 5,000 right now. So 5,000 right now on gold is big, big, big support. Now, that being said, though, look at last week's candle closure. We closed pretty bearish last week. 2,300 tick push down, breaking back below 5,200, back below 5,100. But now we are right back down at major support of 5,000. So 5,000 is a big, big, big level here on gold. To me personally, I do think we're going to break this. I think gold has the potential to come back down to the lows of the 17th of February. Around that 4850 level, 4800 is where I can see gold going next. But again, if we're going to get that low, we're going to need a decent catalyst to do that. Well, when could that be? Well, we got big news on Wednesday, so maybe it could be Wednesday. But to me, I am looking for more downside on gold this week. I am looking for more downside. Back down to 4800 looks pretty nice. However, in terms of what could we be seeing today, what could we be seeing today? Well, 5,000 is big support. You know, we kind of have to think, if we were looking for this from a higher time frame perspective, if we were looking to short gold, where are we? Back down into these lows here. Would we do it from here? Probably not. We'd probably say maybe we'll get short around 5,100. So is there potential for intraday longs before getting short? Possibly. The only thing with intraday buying gold is it is pretty risky. Why? Because we have been having a great sell-off last week. We had a really, really, really strong sell-off. Do I want to buy a 2,000 plus tick sell-off first thing here on a Monday morning? Probably not. Where are we? Let me see here. Let's have a look. So what do we have here? We have a decent squeeze lower. We had a very nice, look at this, nice double bottom. Look at that. A very nice double bottom there. What do we know? People try to buy that. You're trying to short down into that double bottom. So now that we have grabbed these lows, is this an area where gold could find some support and pullback? Maybe. The reason I say maybe is because pre-London here, which I was just watching, I didn't trade it, but we did just come up and liquidate highs, failed to close above resistance, and now we're pulling back down. So could we squeeze a little bit lower? Yeah, possibly. Let's see. It looks pretty choppy in here right now. I mean, if we're going to sell gold, I'm not going to sell gold here, but could we maybe come back down to squeeze the lows of the range around 49.70? Yeah, possible. Very, 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 very possible. But we are in a bit of a range here. Short NQ, yeah, looks pretty good, man. Depends what the higher time frame's saying, but on that chart, yeah, looks nice. We can have a look at NQ as well, definitely. Silver and oil, yes, absolutely. We'll have a look at silver and oil. Could you have shorted the 30-minute fake out that just happened? I mean, you could. It's pretty messy though. You kind of shorten right into support, just shorten range. If you want to trade the range, yeah, you can. Personally, I wouldn't take it, but if you wanted to play the range, definitely. Definitely, man, definitely. It's not a trade I would take, but does that mean it's not valid? No, not at all. If you're happy to play the range, then give it a shot, see if it works. Don't overthink. Give it a try. Yeah, silver. Let's have a look at silver, because silver has been having some very, very, very nice moves. Silver's been having some great moves. Look at silver right back down as well. Let's get rid of these levels. Gold is going to need some time. Let me just get up my trading view chart here, just so I can keep an eye on gold whilst we have a look at some other markets. Where are we? Where's Goldie? Let's have a look. Keep an eye on gold here. Yeah, gold's pretty choppy right now. We got time though. It's Monday morning. Monday morning. We got time, guys. Let's have a look. Silver close, I imagine, is pretty similar to gold. Decent fake out. Look at this. Closed very bullish towards the end of February. What did the first week of March do? Came up, tagged highs, held $95, and closed right back below 85 as well. So decent sell-off on silver. First week of March, second week of March, pulled back, continued selling off. So we could see silver continue squeezing down to the lows of the 2nd of March. Again, though, with that being said, gold already is at them lows. And if I'm going to be a seller on gold, on silver down into these lows, am I going to sell from here? No, I'm going to be selling from, you know, back up at 85s. So in terms of what can we see on silver intraday, I think you'll probably just come down and squeeze these lows. It's not going to be a short I'm going to take. It's already selling off. It's pushed too much, but we may do something like this. You may see silver come down and squeeze these lows. Personally, like I say, I'm not going to take that short, but there is possible to see silver come squeeze lower. Hit my TB, damn. 1,200, damn. $100, yeah. That's why sometimes, like, over managing, you know, it can be more annoying than taking a loss. So sometimes best just to leave that, leave the trades open. If you have some time, can you go over the trades from last week? Yes, definitely. Yep, we can have a look. And how you read the markets. Yeah, we can absolutely have a look. We got time. We got London open in 15 minutes. We can absolutely have a look. Friday short was an easy short. It was an easy short. I'll show you why in a second. I was just lucky to be looking at the charts on Friday, but it was an easy short. I'll break that down as well. I could have made much more than I did. Would you have taken the morning star at 6 a.m. on the hourly into the double top? Morning star on the hourly into the double top. No, I wouldn't. I mean, again, you could. The reason I wouldn't is just because it's just a range. I don't look for, like, you know, morning and evening stars in this range. I kind of just accept that it is ranging. Because more times than not, if I trade this range, I'm just going to get stopped out. So do I look at the one lucky time where it would have worked? No. So personally, I wouldn't take that short. It's not invalid. Like, it's a valid morning star play into a double top, which is a great technical plan to look at. But personally, if I see this hourly going bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish, bearish, bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish, no, I'm not trading that range. Because you might get lucky here, but we're not here to get lucky once. We're here to do what works over 100 plus trades. What works over 100 plus trades in a range is doing absolutely nothing and sit on your hands. Because more times than not, you'll get stopped out, you'll get squeezed out, and then you'll look back at the range and you'll kick yourself. So if you took it once here and you got lucky, well, do that more times than not. Does it work? No. So then who cares? So personally, no, I wouldn't take that trade. Not to say you can't, you know, you might have took a quick scalp there, but personally for me, I want quality over quantity. So I wouldn't take that trade. Same as the same reason I wouldn't take that 30-minute fake out short. It's not to say you can't take it, but for me personally, I wouldn't take it. Just because this range isn't worth it. Oh, all good, Corey. All good, man. All good. Yeah, nice, babe. Awesome to have you in, man. Sounds good. So yeah, like I say, you can trade this range, but, you know, do you make money trading ranges more times than not? If the answer is yes, fantastic, trade ranges. If the answer is no, then don't trade the range. The short I took on Friday. Now I'll see if I can show you guys here in a clear chart. Where are we? It was Friday. So this was. Let me see if I can show you guys this. We got time here, so let me just have a look. Let me see if I can show you guys this. So if I go, let me make this bigger. You guys see my trading view chart? Just so I can replay it. You guys can see this? You guys see trading me? Yep. So this was so there was two super easy trades last week. There was easy buys on Monday, easy buys on Tuesday. I didn't trade. Not really much on Wednesday, not much on Thursday. However, when I came onto the charts on Friday, what was my daily? And I honestly, I put 2 minutes of thought process into this trade. Where are we? Where was Friday? Friday was a $1,700 trade. I only traded twice last week. And I'm showing you guys this just because someone asked. So we're still looking for trades today, guys. Don't worry. I'm just waiting for, we've got 10 minutes till London Open. Gold's at support. So let's have a look. Now, this is really, really, really simple daily analysis. This is just nice, clean, clear as day price action. Now, my bias coming into the markets on Friday morning when I was in Finland, just jumped on the charts, had a quick look, is Thursday closed nice and bearish. We broke below some nice support, and you can also see here, what did we not do here before pushing up? We never really re-grabbed the lows. And what do we know that gold absolutely loves to do? Is if ever gold's going to have a true move up or down, it loves to come down, liquidate lows, and then has the push. However, we hadn't grabbed that lows. And you can actually see it's a little bit of a trend line as well. So you have liquidity sitting down below, and you have a daily breakout to the downside on Thursday. So all I was anticipating for this day is the daily would probably look something like this. Go up that nice top wick, and then that's how I'm anticipating Friday's going to close, or how it could look, for example. Now, when I jumped onto the charts on Friday morning, gold was doing this. It was doing this, like this. It opened and was instantly pushing up without grabbing the previous daily lows. So that's how it was looking at the time where I got short. And I'm anticipating that, see if I can draw on. I'm anticipating that this right here, the candle opening and instantly pushing up, I'm anticipating that this is going to be the wick rejection of this bearish candle. Look at that for a drawing. So when I see this daily opening and pushing up like this, that's where I'm anticipating there's a high chance with Thursday closing bearish that that's going to be the top wick, and I'm going to look to get short. So as this top wick was being created, that's where I just went down to my hourly time frame. I saw, let me skip it on. Let me go back to where we were. Let me skip it on. So this is okay. So daily's opened, instant top wick, and right here, when I saw this here, tag highs bearish, tag lows bullish, and then as this was re-breaking lower, that's where I got short, somewhere around here, targeting daily lows, but I didn't hold it down that far, because it still gave me a nice short into there. And that's where I took it from, there to there. And that right there was, I think it was about a couple of hundred ticks. It's like 300 ticks. So again, it was all based off the daily time frame. And then I did take another trade because the daily lows hadn't been grabbed, and it was a perfect double bottom. Look at that. Again, I skipped it on. But what's that? What's that? It's an hourly fake out. An hourly fake out with clear downside targets. Like, you guys who traded Friday, you trade the same plan as me, you guys should be all banking off that trade on Friday. You short it down here, short it down again here at pre-New York. Right down into day lows. So it was an absolute perfect trade. Perfect trade. Again, the whole reason for that trade was understanding my higher time frame bias and using the intraday charts purely for execution. That's it. Good morning, Nick. Good morning, man. That's short I took. Yeah, nice, man. That was a great short. That was a great short, man. A great short. So that was the trade right there. And it was all based off the daily time frame. Initial trade, I think it was like $900. And then the second trade I took, which was this move down here, was like another $800. So I took like 2 or 3 trades, but it was the whole same idea. Instant daily top wick after a bearish closure on the previous day with downside targets. Super simple. And I say it's super simple because it really was that simple. And the trades where the daily time frame jumps out at me like that and it screams, bearish daily closure, all this is here. And again, that's why it's important to understand what your high time frame is doing. All this is here. This is a daily top wick. And what this right here is, this is what gives that daily that nice bearish candle closure. So that's all this is. This is a nice daily bearish candle closure. This little move up here, this is that nice daily top wick, which I'm looking to take advantage of, anticipating that this daily is going to flip bearish and come down and tag these lows, which it ended up doing perfectly. So yeah, it was again, it honestly probably took me, I don't say 5 minutes of thought process. It took me very little thought process to take that trade. All based off the higher time frame. High time frame is key. High time frame is the absolute key. So now when I look at gold and I go, okay, cool, what's my daily bias today? Well, my daily bias today would have been fantastic in Asia to short down into these lows. Why? Because, here, Friday closed nice and bearish. Well, you still have these lows down here that hadn't yet been grabbed. So shorting today down into these lows would have been grabbed. If you took advantage of today's top wick, you could have got like another 300 plus ticks. But for me here in London, it's already kind of fulfilled this downside range. So now I'm waiting to see what happens at these lows. And again, you guys who traded last week, you come onto the charts on the 10th of March, which was my birthday, so I wasn't trading, which is Tuesday. What did the previous day do? It tagged lows, held support, but hadn't grabbed the highs. So what's your job on the 10th of March? Buying up into these highs here, 600 plus ticks. You take them 2 trades for the week, that's your week absolutely done. Absolutely done. So I took longs on Monday. I didn't trade Tuesday because it was my birthday, but there was great longs. Not much on Thursday. Not much on Wednesday. Thursday broke to the downside. Short Friday. Super simple. Nice. Some of you guys took the short. Nice. Good job. Yeah, good job. So yeah, silver also gave a great setup. I actually think the trade on silver on Friday was actually much nicer. Unfortunately, I didn't trade it because I was trading gold. But the silver shorts on Friday, yeah, they were much nicer. I think Sean got that trade. Yeah, silver sold off beautifully. Came right down into the day lows when gold hadn't actually yet. And I was already short gold, but then I looked at silver and I was like, damn, I should have shorted. I was already short gold, but I was like, I should have shorted silver because silver was a much nicer play. I kind of forget when I'm on my own to check silver, to be honest. I'm just so used to trading gold. But then I had a look and I was like, yeah, that was actually very clean. Very clean. Yeah, it was much nicer. Yeah, I agree, Ben. I agree, man. I agree. Yeah, it was a really good call. Let's have a look at NQ as well, guys. See what NQ's up to. It's a big week in the markets. Let's see what NQ's been up to since we last had a look. Let's get rid of all this analysis. It's been in a pretty aggressive range. Yeah, I'm not trading the range, Kane. Yeah, I'm not trading the range, man. Not trading the range. Gold's also at 5,000, which is huge, high time frame support. Let's have a look. So let's have a look at this weekly closure here on NQ. So what are we up to? NQ's been in a pretty aggressive range for since back in September. You kind of pushed up, down, very aggressive range. Interesting thing here though, look at this on NQ. Isn't this very similar to gold? That nice double bottom. What does price do? Comes down, liquidates the lows, and is now holding support. So 24,250 is a big level. Again, I think if you're gonna get a big high time frame move on NQ, it's very likely going to come off the back of Wednesday. But look at this rejection here. Rejection off this nice liquidity low right at 24,000, already holding support and starting to break back higher. So interesting close on the weekly, kind of holding support, holding resistance, not really showing that much. It's not that bearish of a closure that I'd be, easy shorts. It's kind of, you're holding support, you're holding resistance, kind of creating a bit of a range. Daily time frame closed bearish on Friday, kind of gap down a little bit here today, already right back up. It looks pretty choppy, to be honest. It's very choppy. Let's roll over week. There you go. Nice. Good spot, Sean. Good spot, man. We got London Open in 3 minutes here, guys. You kind of been, yeah, it's kind of, price action is pretty weird to trade NQ here. You gap down, you've instantly pushed back up. You're back above 24,500, which is big support. So could you continue squeezing higher? Maybe. Honestly, wouldn't be surprised if you just kind of range. It looks pretty, it looks very choppy to trade NQ right now, to be honest. I don't really like anything in here. It looks very, 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 very choppy. You may pull back a little bit more, but would I want to short NQ? Not really. I think there's nice opportunities out there in that. I think there's nice opportunities. It was very, very, very choppy. TP is view up. Yeah, I mean, it could hit. Like I say, it could hit, but it's pretty range bound. The hourly time frame. Previous hourly, 5 a.m. closed bullish. 6 a.m. also closed bullish. Now you're tagging highs and bearish. So could you pull back down to that view up? Yeah, maybe. Very, very possible. I mean, 24,500 is a big, big, big level to break first. A big level. So I would see. You maybe even get a little bit of a pullback at London Open, create a sort of head and shoulders. Maybe pull back a little bit, and then potentially it comes lower. Sunrise is coming up too early here in Spain now, guys. Let me close this. Sunrise is coming in behind me. Oh no. As much as Finland was absolutely beautiful, it's nice to be back in the sun. Nice to be back in the sun. Let's have a look here, guys. We got London Open coming in 40 seconds here. Goldie breaking to downside. You may pull back and squeeze these lows, but remember, you know, we're shorting gold at the very lowest point of this whole downward move. So higher time frame shorts here is kind of tough. It, you know, you could maybe get a little scalp, but do we want a little scalp or do we want a good quality trade like we just called on Friday? Yeah, it was beautiful, Kate. It was beautiful, man. Beautiful. It was a very, very, very good trip. Thank you, man. Was in Finland for Christmas with kids. Nice, nice. Yeah, Finland's beautiful. It was kind of nice. We kind of went there at a good time because there was still plenty of snow, but it was also nice and sunny as well. As we were leaving, it was kind of all just starting to melt. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I went snowboarding. Kate, yeah, went snowboarding, man. I only snowboarded one day because we didn't actually know that you could snowboard where we were staying. But there was like a ski resort like 50 minutes from the city, so it was pretty cool. Made me realize how fun snowboarding holidays actually are, and that I need to go on them more. It's my first time snowboarding in like 10 years, which was insane. It makes me want to go on skiing holidays more. Don't worry, I love beachy kind of hot holidays, but yeah, skiing holidays are very, very, very fun. Oh, it's so fun, man. It's so fun. Yeah, Sudoku Aquarius is so good. Yep. Good stuff. Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. We've got London Open here, guys. Let's see. So, gold has broken bearish. Is this a top wick to continue pushing lower? I mean, likely, but remember, gold is at the support. So, if you want to short it, just accept that it is pretty risky. For me, I'm not a huge fan of shorting gold down this low. If you can pull back a little bit more, then I can get a good risk to reward to, you know, you got some nice downside liquidity levels. Now you got two levels of interest here on gold for a more of a scalp short. Look at this, you came up. What do we do here pre-London? And again, it's more of like a combine trade here, to be honest, guys. It's not a high quality trade, but it's a trade. If you do like it, you want to take it, to me, it would be a bit of a combine trade. You came up, you've liquidated the highs of the range. Now, what have we not really done to the downside? We haven't really liquidated the lows. But if we measure how big is this to come down, it's 160 ticks. It's still a decent range. But the stops would be very big right now. So I'd have to get a good risk to reward to make it worthwhile. So if you want to short it, you can. Personally, I'm going to sit on my hands a little bit and wait. Hi, Aaron. I took a sell on the hourly flip after tagging the Asia high. What do you think about the trade? If you took this one, yep, it's an okay trade, man. It's an okay trade. It is in just a little bit of a range, is my only concern. But like I say, it's, you know, it's probably worth a combine trade, for example. Trading in this range is very choppy, so it's not a bad trade, but it almost is like, you know, shooting right into support. 5,000 is a big higher time frame support level on gold. So higher time frame support level doesn't mean we're just going to bounce and rip higher. It more so means we could range for quite some time down here. And you could get chopped up in an unnecessary chop on a Monday morning, which you don't really want to do. Yeah, if you got in the top, yeah, that's still good. Yep. Trade location in these ranges is very, very important. I said that in my last video. If you're gonna trade a range, you want to trade the highs or the lows, not, you know, here, right in the middle. Trade location in these ranges is very, very key. Very, very key. NQ, let's have a look. Yep, NQ is pulling back up again, so you closed pretty bearish here at 7 AM London Open, instantly pushing up, so there is potential to, again, short. You're above previous 30-minute highs. I think as you're short and right, you're selling right into support. Silver looks better for shorts. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Yeah, I kind of agree. Silver does look nicer for shorts. You have more room to the downside. You did also come and tag the highs here pre-London. So you just came up, tagged the highs. The lowest point in the range would be down here around 78.50s-ish. Good job, Bryn. Nice. So you may, yeah, you may squeeze low. But again, if I was going to short silver, would I short here? No, I'd want to short minimum above previous day-minute highs to give me a worthwhile risk to reward. It's the only real place I would get short here on silver. Is if you liquidate these previous 30-minute highs and maybe you get a nice evening star, a nice fake out opportunity, then I could see if it's worthwhile. So yeah, I kind of agree. I do think silver looks nicer. Remember, if you guys who haven't traded silver before, silver does move much more bigger than gold, so be careful. Be careful. Break even? Yeah, I mean your stops. I wouldn't. I don't know why you'd break even. Man, your stops are right at resistance. You've just basically said that the shorts are invalid at resistance. Surely that's more of a place to get short. That's that head and shoulders play. That's what looks nice for shorts. If you put your stops, if you were short here and you put your stop loss to break even, you're basically saying that shorts are no longer valid. Well, that's definitely not true. That's more a reason to now actually short. The trade wasn't even confirmed until this hourly closed bearish. So, you know, rather than trying to predict here, just let this candle close bearish and then get short. The reason you'd get scared is because you're trying to short too early. Hourly candle hadn't closed. Previous hourlies were bullish. Tagged highs bearish gold. Maybe now you get short. Now there's your confirmation candle. There's your execution candle. I mean, personally, I still wouldn't take it because you're still right at support. But if I was in it, I personally I wouldn't break even there. Let's see here, silver. What are we up to, silver? Let's see if silver can get above these highs here. Goldie trying to squeeze back lower as well. Remember, guys, gold could sell off, but it's not my trade personally. I'll show you guys this. You know, $2,800 last week. This is why you need quality over quantity. $4,000 already this month in the first 2 weeks, and I hardly even traded last week. When you see this, you realize you don't need to be in multiple trades multiple times a day. I've had this XFA since when I had it since January. Up a nice 11,000, taken 2 payouts from this one account as well. So quality over quantity. If you want to short that gold trade, you can. For me personally, I know for a fact this week I will get much nicer opportunities. Let's have a look at Bitcoin. What's Bitcoin been up to recently? I've been watching Bitcoin for some nice higher time frame longs. Did we get down as far as we wanted? No, unfortunately not. I had some alerts sitting down here on Bitcoin to buy more around 60,000, but we didn't quite get there. Came up, hit the high, still squeezing higher. I do think we can see Bitcoin sell off more overall. I think you can see Bitcoin come down and retest these lows from February one more time, back down to 60,000. Where could you get short? Maybe around 75. You could maybe hold some resistance around 75. There's a potential for a squeeze lower. Let me have a look here. Let's go back to silver. Oh, silver getting very close to the highs. Look at that. Silver coming right up them previous 30-minute highs. Look at that 30-minute time frame. Previous hourly close bearish, instant top wick. Remember, you are still at support. currently above them highs. So if there was a worthwhile time to short, it's very risky. It would be above here. No, never, to be honest, Kate. I mean, I did buy some recently. I did buy some Bitcoin recently, but do I trade it often? No, very rare. Like once a year, maybe, if that. But I did buy some around 65s for more of a long-term pullback up into 85. I wanted to buy more back down at 60s. But yeah, I did buy some around here for a much longer-term hold. Back up into, like, you know, 80 to 85. I don't really care about holding up into all-time highs on Bitcoin, like some people will. Personally, if I get 20, 25%, I'm more than happy with that. But yeah, I very, very, very rarely trade it. But around, that 65 to 60 to 70 was it was too good to not buy. Same as a lot of stocks. Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. Absolutely. Oh, wow. Look at that. Silver just... Oh, no. That's the 4 hour, I was going to say. Instant rejection off them 30-minute highs. Look at that. Came up, just tagged them 30-minute highs. Instant rejection. I do think you're squeezed a little bit higher. Gold kind of chopping. Yeah, exactly. Once, twice a year is more than enough. You make 25% on Bitcoin or something. You're done for the year. It's crazy. That's all you need. Same as the stock plays. Same as the stock plays. Crude. Yep, we can look at crude. Absolutely. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. All right, let me just get my trading view chart over here. Yep, we can absolutely look at crude. Let's have a look. You've got Goldie squeezing higher, silver having a bit of a pullback. Crude. Let's see. We've been on a huge run. Massive run. Like, look at this. This is just insane. Absolutely insane. I mean, we may as well get rid of absolutely everything here. We had a, obviously, huge push. There's not really much to say on the higher time frame. As we all know, crude has been just insanely bullish. This looks like some sort of crypto chart. So like a 90+%. That's absolutely insane. Here, tag lows, holding support, still squeezing higher. So we're still clearly very bullish. It's a pretty tough market to want to trade, to be honest. I'm not sure why anyone would want to trade this. But you have been breaking high. Look at this. You pull back, tag some lows, nice morning star play, continuing to push higher. Could you come up and tag this weekly opening price around 102-ish, 102.50? Yeah, I would say so. You've already just had a nice decent breakout here. Bit of a morning star play here in London. Broke back higher at 7 AM. London opens pulling back. So, yeah, I would say continue squeezing higher. It's absolutely not a market I would want to sell, that's for sure. Look at these nice liquidity grabs on crude as well. Loves to do the same thing as gold and silver. Loves to come down, tag lows, and break back higher. So, and look, what did you not... I don't trade crude, but look what you hadn't done to the highs. Perfect double top here, triple top. Comes down, tags the lows, goes right back up into highs. So I'd be looking for something pretty similar to this. You just came down, you just tagged lows, you're breaking back above, hit some nice lows here. So I would look for crude to continue pushing up into 102.5. I don't really have any small scoring, maybe. I honestly don't really have any, to be honest. I don't really think that much. We'll see. It's crazy how much it's gone up. From being literally like start of March back down at 60s to, over 100s is just absolutely insane. But yeah, if you're day trading it, it's very likely squeeze up. Very likely squeeze up. Let's have a look. What are we up to, silver? It's very possible that silver and gold could range today, guys. I've said it a few times. Wait, where are we? This should be gold. I've said it a few times, but it's very likely these markets could chop a lot today. Because you're right back down at huge high time frame support and resistance. Silver already selling off from the 30-minute lows. If you want to short it, there it is. Personally, I'm not going to take it. I'd be managing risk on silver back down at previous hourly lows. If you did short that above the highs, I would manage risk at them lows. Goldie also just tagged the highs as well. Could come down and squeeze the range. Silver was definitely nice though. Silver was definitely nicer. Although I'm not shorting it, it's a nice call. You get short above them previous 30-minute highs to continue pushing down to hourly lows. So look at that. Came up, tagged previous highs, sell them back lower. Same as the 4-hour. Look at that. You come up, tag 4-hour highs, continue squeezing lower. Same thing here in the hourly. Come up, tag the highs, squeeze lower. Nice, there you go. Nice squeeze there on silver. Right back down to lows. What would you be in? What would you be in? That. Look at that. Nice, if you really want a quick scalp, there it is. And that was a nice call there. Getting short above them previous 30-minute highs. If you took it, well done. Me personally, I'm not really too bothered about that trade. Same thing happened on Goldie as well. Look at that. Came up. Tag previous 30-minute highs. Oh no, Goldie didn't, sorry. Goldie didn't tag the highs. That's why silver was nicer. Silver did tag 30-minute highs. Gold didn't. 30-minute highs were right back up here. Quite far away. Again, if I was short this, I would only be shorting into previous lows. I wouldn't be holding for much more than that. Did anyone take that short? It's not really my short, but it was a nice nice quick call there. Do I trade copper? I don't trade copper, but we have traded it before. I used to trade it more, but I haven't really been watching it as much. Just because I'm not a huge fan of the intraday price action. I think gold and silver move much, much, much nicer. Did take it, still in. Nice, man. Nice, nice, nice. If you're still in... I mean, personally, I would be scalping it there and there. Like, that's a pretty decent quick scalp. Because remember, we are still at huge high time frame support. Silver did just grab the first level here as well. But no, I don't... I used to, like I say, I used to trade copper. I have had some good trades on copper before, but I find higher time frame trading on copper easier than day trading. So I personally just stopped day trading it at all. We can look at it though. Let's have a look. What have we been doing? So you've been in a pretty crazy range for quite some time. The lows of the range are going to be down here at 5.62, which you could easily grab. You're kind of doing what we said on Friday for gold. You had a decent bearish breakout today, instantly pulling back, so you could be getting short here today. Nice bearish breakout on the weekly time frame as well, breaking back below. Excuse me, breaking right back below some nice support that you've been holding for a long time. Let me just get rid of this. You've been holding it since, back in December. Held it again in January, February. End of February, March, you've just broken that support. So I would say from here, you could see copper easily come back down and liquidate some lows more. On that weekly time frame, copper shorts are looking pretty good actually. You got nice downside targets back down to like 5.6. Looks pretty good. 5.6. Let's see silver. Where are we up to? What are we up to, silver? Out, nice. Yep, good trade, man. Good quick scalp. Gold below previous hourly lows as well. So, like I say, if I was selling this, it would be only down into here. Silver was nicer because it hit 30-minute highs and it's grabbed these lows here. Look at that. Grabbed the highs and hit the first liquidity level. Good morning, mate. Good morning, man. I'm short NQ with the target of opening Asia low. Let's have a look. Good morning to you too, man. Good morning to you too. Let's have a look. So, short into Asia low, like back down around here. Or here. Yeah, it looks pretty good. You just had that nice hourly break to the downside. See, hourly tagged highs close bearish. Great instant top wick here in the hourly time frame. You entered at 24,549. 24,549. Yep. Yeah, kind of right around that head and shoulders level that we just spoke about as well. 24, 5, 4, somewhere around there. Looks pretty good. Around that. If you're shorting back down into here, yep. Risking off that probably current high. Looks nice. Yep, I like this. This is kind of what we just said. You got this sort of left shoulder, head. There's your right shoulder. Now you can short this lower. This looks much nicer now. Why? Because you actually had that hourly confirmation. You had that pre-London candle actually closed bearish, confirmed the trade, and now you're shorting. So yeah, looks nice. The only thing I would say is just, you know, manage as soon as you start coming down into 24,500, because that is also a big high time frame level. But yeah, I like that. I like that. Nice trade, man. Nice trade. Nice trade. Look at this gap down, instant push up. So, but if you look to the left, yeah, look, this is I guess it's a very, 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 very big level. Huge, huge, huge level. What are we up to here on silver? Kind of hovering around. Gold also back up as well. Gold, I think, could chop for quite some time. If you guys didn't see already, I also did I posted a video yesterday breaking down all my February profits for the month as well. Broke down my Topstep payouts, my personal payouts, showed all my accounts as well. So you guys do want to check it out, be sure to give it a watch. I go very in depth, breaking down absolutely everything. What are we up to here, Goldie? What are we up to? Kind of just hanging out for now on gold. Hanging out on gold, hanging out on silver. We have to remember, you know, a lot of these markets are at major levels, especially gold and silver. Major levels. Buys at 1 AM. Let's have a look, man. On gold. Buys at 1 AM. Fake out 500. 5,000. It's not bad. I mean, you're buying it after a very bearish weekly candle closure. I mean, personally, I wouldn't want to be buying that. Weekly candle just closed with a 2,300 tick bearish candle. Personally, do I want to buy first thing on a Monday after a 2,300 bearish tick candle? Nah, absolutely not. Not at all. Market's bearish. Unless the daily says otherwise, markets are bearish. So personally, I wouldn't buy that. I wouldn't take any buys on gold today. If gold's pushing down, gold's pushing down. It's, you know, what was the easier trade last week? Easiest trade was shorting down to these lows. Yeah, again, so 5,000. Yeah, 5,000 might hold. I think what's more likely to happen is ranging at these lows. You're at huge high time frame support and resistance, so I would just say you're very likely range. So yeah, personally, I definitely wouldn't buy that. Or if I really wanted to buy gold at 5,000, you know, maybe I would take it on a combine just to see what happens, type of trade. But is this a high quality trade that I would take buying down here? No, I wouldn't. Why? Because the markets look. Don't think. Look, what's the structure been for this whole entire move? Look. Are we going up or down? We've been going down for quite some time. Support, broke it, resistance, broke it, resistance, broke it, resistance. So nah, personally, I wouldn't take that trade, man. Yeah, I kind of agree, Sean. Yeah, I'm thinking the same to us, man. Very fair. Yeah, it's you know, it's one of them trades was like, yeah, it might hit, but it's like, do I want to trade that might hit, or do I want to trade like Friday where it's as clear as day? You know, like the shorts on Friday were as clear as day. Why? Because I'm following the higher time frame and I have clear downside targets. If I buy from here, do I have clear targets and following the higher time frame? No. Therefore, that's the trade that I should try and avoid. And that's kind of why I'm not jumping in anything right now is because, you know, that short on Friday was, again, happened in London, was absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. Is it anything like this? No. Therefore, I just won't trade it. Yeah, definitely, yeah. Yeah, exactly, Sean. Yeah, exactly, Ben. You know, if today tags lows, holds support, and even closes bullish, then yeah, great. Tomorrow, clear buys. Same as when you came off the charts on, you know, Thursday. Came on charts Thursday. Well, previous day kind of held highs, held lows, kind of closed doji. So, you know, Thursday you might not know what's going to really happen, and that's okay. But when you see Thursday close bearish, oh, cool. Friday, you short Friday, you've just made 700 ticks. 700 ticks at the smallest size we can trade here, $700. At 1 mini, $7,000. 2 micros, 1,400. Do we need to be in multiple trades every single day, or do we need to maximize these moves? We need to maximize these moves. You could trade literally a handful of days of the week and be making great returns. Traded twice last week, 2,000, almost $3,000 just taking 2 trades. So, like I always say to you guys, you know, knowing when to trade and knowing when not to trade is probably the most important part of trading. You know, you could see little scalps within here. Like, that's fine. Kind of like I did on Sylvia. I can see little scalps within here. But they're not high quality trades that I'm really willing to risk my money on. Like, I could have shorted this on Sylvia. I could have made money and go, yeah, cool, that was fun. But is it a high quality trade that I really care about? Not really. Therefore, I'm very happy to not take it. If I'd missed the trade on Friday, then yeah, absolutely, that would be a massive mistrade. Because it was a perfect trade. Look at this. Gold finding instant support as well. Instant support. So if I did short this, I would have got break even or a loss here on gold anyway. Well, I haven't done either. I've saved my capital and saved my mental capital as well. Like I say, it's very easy to know that there's a high chance gold is going to range. Why? Because 5,000 is huge high time frame support, and there's no real clear targets right now. It's not the best of drawings, but you can see anything in here. You could do this all day long, all day long. I won't get frustrated. I won't get annoyed. I'll just accept it and wait. You guys want to start stacking up good, consistent payouts? You need quality over quantity. Quality over quantity. You don't need multiple trades, multiple times a day, multiple times a session. You need good quality trades. Good quality trades. I remember it's FOMC week on Wednesday as well. Let's have a look. NQ kind of chopping as well. 30-minute close coming in here. You're holding previous 30-minute highs, which is nice. Only thing I would say for NQ is, yep, you'll probably squeeze lower. But again, it's messy. Remember, guys, it's Monday morning as well. You know, we got plenty of time this week. Plenty of time. Like I said to you guys, if the markets don't make sense right now, that's all right. Give it some time. Give it some time. But when they do make sense, amazing. We'll capitalize on it. But if there's nothing's really shaping up right now, that's absolutely okay. I think probably the nicest market that we have looked at this morning is probably Crude, to be honest. Crude Longsbury looks the nicest. I wouldn't, Jake. I wouldn't, man. I wouldn't trade this range at all. I won't even watch it. I won't trade it at all. I won't trade this range at all. If gold could stay in here all day long, I wouldn't trade it. Even a breakout, I honestly wouldn't trade today. Because if you break to the upside, well, I'm not going to buy gold because gold's been so bearish. I have no real targets, so it's probably going to be a potential no trade range. Even if you break to the downside, am I going to short it? No, not really. Why? Because you know you're shorting the lowest point of the whole entire move down. So I probably wouldn't do either, to be honest, man. Probably wouldn't do either. It is just very choppy. You know, if gold does, let's say if gold breaks above this resistance, well, where am I going to target? You got resistance right here, and then you got more support here. You know, you do have a double top all the way back up here, but that's ages away. So even if gold breaks above here, would I buy it? I mean, maybe for a little scalp, but I don't think so. I don't think so. No, I'm not. I wouldn't be setting alerts today, to be honest. I would just be probably just maybe seeing how you get closer to New York, maybe. But no, I wouldn't really be setting any alerts, to be honest. I would probably, you know, give it 2-3 plus hours and see how you go. Check it every hourly close for like 2 minutes. Yep, nice one, Kate. See you next time, man. Yeah, exactly, Sean. Once the day lows got grabbed at the start of the day, it's always going to be a tricky one. Yeah, 100%. That's why, you know, the shorts on Friday, great. You're shorting into day lows. Shorts today here in Asia of the top wick, great. You're shorting into day lows. Well, now you're at the day lows. Well, anything could happen down here. Anything could happen. So this is the time where everyone, you know, everyone makes money here. We all make money here. And this is where everyone gives it back because they can't bear it's not being a trade 24/7. That's exactly where you need to sit on your hands and be patient and let the markets come to us. How do you pass combines? Do you risk more or trade like a... I mean, yeah, I do. But again, how I pass combines will very likely be completely different to how you should pass combines. But do I take a little bit more risk trading combines? Yes, I do, yes. But again, I'm not trying to pass in like 2 days. I'm still trying to give myself plenty of time. If it takes me a month, that's fine. If I can get it past in a week, fantastic. I just kind of let it come with good sales. But do I take more risk on a combine? Yeah, I do. But again, do I think you guys should do that? It depends. If you've been funded before, if you had payouts. If your answer is no, then you should be trading the combine the exact same way you trade an XFA. Because if you pass a combine too quick and you're not yet consistent, you'll blow it just as quick. And passing a combine, unfortunately, doesn't mean you're consistent. Do you stick to your daily bias or... yes, this is a good question. I do stick to my daily bias until my targets have been met. So, for example, you know, if I was selling Friday, you know, I'm shorting on Friday until my levels have been hit. Once my levels have been hit, then my daily bias becomes more neutral. So, for example, today on gold, my daily bias would be shorting down into the lows of the 3rd of March. But now these lows have been hit, I don't have a daily bias anymore. My daily bias has been, my levels have been met. Now I can be more neutral. So now I'm like either or. You can be much more reactive now. The best trades are when you can short and take advantage of a daily bias. But if your daily bias has been hit, then that's where you can be a little bit more neutral. Absolutely. No time limit, Cade. You can take as long as you want. As long as you don't make more than 1,500 a day, you can take as long as you want, man. Take as long as you want. Nice, Tim. Nice. Finally got myself an Express account last week. I'll wait until tomorrow to start looking for trades. Yes, good idea. Great teachings and streams, man. Thank you. You've been a massive help for me and my trading. Nice one, Tim. Appreciate it, man. Good job on the funded account. It's absolutely amazing. With that funded account, man, remember, quality over quantity. You want to start getting payouts, you don't need to be in multiple trades multiple times a day. Quality over quantity, man. I think waiting for tomorrow is a very smart decision as well, man. Good job on getting the XFAs. Fantastic work. Fantastic work. Let's see. Look at oil. Let's have a look. Silver, oil still squeezing lower. Again, I want to be. What's my analysis? I don't want to be still, like I say, buying oil. But again, if you look at oil in the higher time frame, it's a very, 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 very tough market to want to trade. A very tough market to want to trade. I'm not a huge fan of trading oil. Look at that, silver right back up, came down, hit these lows, bounced back higher. So again, you can sit here and you can scout these liquidity levels. You guys can see it works out very well. Like you short above these 30-minute highs, you exit right at the lows, you've bounced back higher. So you can play these ranges, but I'm just not really interested in these quick little scalps. I want the nicer trades. I want the clean, clean, clean trades. So with that being said, YouTube guys, is first day back. Markets are looking very, very range bound. I think I'm going to call London here for today. We've been on for about an hour. It's good to be back on with you guys. Good to break down the markets. I appreciate you guys tuning in. But for me, for London, I'm very likely not going to trade this morning, guys. The markets are looking very choppy. You can see gold's been raging for the past like 7+ hours. So I think the best thing we can do right now is sit on our hands and wait and see what we get maybe closer to the New York session and maybe close to the guys coming into fast markets. But be careful trading gold right now, guys. The markets are looking very rangy. It's only Monday morning. We have absolutely plenty of time to trade. So good to be back on with you guys. Appreciate you guys taking the time to tune in. And we'll be right back again tomorrow, hopefully with a better sense of direction for gold. So trade safe, guys. Don't force it. We have plenty of time. And I'll see you guys same time again tomorrow. Trade safe, guys. Peace.